Well, good morning, everybody. Here we are again, and we're studying the life of Jesus. And Jesus has just healed centurion's son, and he was at Canaan. And so if you have a map, I have a map I use, and he left Canaan, he went back down to Nazareth. Now, when he's in Nazareth, he's there, and he goes in the synagogue, and they hand him a scroll to read. And we're going to pick that up in Luke chapter 4, at verse 17. And there was delivered unto him the book of Isaiah. And when he had opened the book, he found the place where it was written, The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of the sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. And he closed the book, and he gave it again to the minister, and sat down. And the eyes of all them that were in the synagogue were fastened on him. And he began to say unto them, This day this scripture fulfilled in your ears. And all bare him witness, and wondered at the gracious words which proceeded out of his mouth. And they said, Is this not Joseph's son? So once again, Jesus says in verse number 21 that this day is the scripture fulfilled. So Christ continues with his theme. The day is fulfilled. The time is at hand. I am here. And it was amazing, the people in Nazareth, they loved his words. Actually, they said, at his gracious words that proceeded out of his mouth. They loved to hear that. And they said, but isn't this Joseph's son? So the people there knew Joseph. And then what happened in verse 23, they asked him, they said this to him. He said, We have heard what you've done in Capernaum. Do also here in thy country. So they have heard of all the miracles that Jesus did down in Capernaum. And now they're asking Jesus to do all the miracles there in Nazareth. And Jesus doesn't do it. He went on to tell them, and I don't got time to read it, but he said, listen, Elijah, when the famine was going on, he just went and took care of one widow. He didn't heal all the widows or take care of all the widows. And Elisha, when he was there and they had all those leopards, Elisha, the prophet of the Old Testament, he didn't heal all the leopards. He just healed that one. Oh boy, and they didn't like that when Jesus told them that. And so we pick up in verse 28. Basically, Jesus was telling them, I'm not going to be doing healing here. And it says, And all they in the synagogue, when they heard these things, were filled with wrath. They rose up and thrust him out of the city, and led him unto the brow of the hill, thereunto the city was built, that they might cast him down headlong. And he passed through the midst of them and went his way. When Kim and I was in Israel this year, we went to the place called the brow of the hill. It's a very high place, and you could look over the valley of Armageddon, the valley of Armageddon, where it's called Megiddo is the name of the city. But it was really, really high and steep, and it was quite a ways from Nazareth. But when they found out that Jesus wasn't going to do miracles there in Nazareth, and that Jesus said, listen, Elijah didn't heal everybody, and neither did Elisha. They just healed one certain people. They got mad, and they was going to kill Jesus for that. So my friends, I guess the answer to this is God isn't the boy waiting for us to call on him to hop and do what we want. God has a mission, and it's to redeem mankind, to save mankind. And we're here to serve him in however ways that's good. Sometimes we may not understand. We may not understand why God heals somebody down there, but didn't heal somebody here. So we leave that up to God. We just trust him by faith. So in your day today, if things don't go your way, your role, your job, your responsibility is just have faith in God. Who needs to be healed will be healed. Who needs to be delivered will be delivered. God for sure will do his job. The question, my friend, will we do our job? So God bless you. and I'll talk to you next time. You have a great day. Bye now.